So no Xenoverse 3? I've heard what they're saying on the playground. I know that Edwin's going around hollering at everybody that likes Xenoverse 2 just because Tenkaichi 4 is confirmed. He says that means now it ain't confirmed. I'm here to tell you, don't listen to him. He's just mad because he's a lame. And tell him to quit yelling at you before you pipe his mom. Listen, Xenoverse 3 in general is something that is going to happen. Main reason being is because it's the best-selling Dragon Ball game of all time. Now that Tenkaichi 4 just got a series, now that Tenkaichi just got another addition to the series, after decades of silence, well, I'm not sure actually yet, because I don't know if this will be a continuation off of what they did like 15, almost 20 years ago, or this is like the actual Tenkaichi 4, or is this going to be Super Tenkaichi? We don't Dragon Ball Super Tenkaichi, or we don't know what this is going to be. Point being, when that came out, it automatically says, well, that means we're not getting Xenoverse 3. No, this is actually the best thing that could have possibly happened for Xenoverse 3. And I'm going to explain that to you right now. When Xenoverse 2 came out, Xenoverse 2 was the perfect Xenoverse 1. So technically Xenoverse 2 is Xenoverse 1.5. It's Xenoverse without all the mess-ups and mistakes and all the nonsense. But with Xenoverse 2, it added more problems to the game. But that's just going to be a part of any game. Doesn't matter what you're playing. Now, I will say that even though Xenoverse has its problems, it has a lot of upsides to it. I mean, it's the best-selling Dragon Ball game for a reason. Not to mention franchise. Just in general, one Dragon Ball game sold more than, I'm pretty sure, all of the Budokai games. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I gotta have to look that up. Don't quote me on that. Somebody's going to get mad if I'm wrong. That's all I know. Point is, I said a long time ago, back when I was early on my channel, and we were tired of Xenoverse DLCs. We were ready for a new game, or for them to go in and finally fix the bugs in the game. I said that if a new game came out, I wish that it had nothing to do with Xenoverse 3. I would like something else, something that was not character created based, that had nothing to do with your avatar, and it had everything to do with the original characters from the series. Because then Bandai Namco wouldn't have to try so hard to please two different types of people. And what happened was, when Xenoverse 1 came out, it was promoted heavily as a CAC-based game. All about your created avatar customization, custom avatar creation. I don't know, I said it backwards. It's all good. You're not going to give me flack about it. You're going to hit that like button, and you're going to appreciate my content. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, on top of that, when Xenoverse 2 came out, it still promoted itself as a CAC-oriented game. Then, by its heyday, back when Syriax and Rhymestyle and Jadantastic were the trio that everybody watched, it was like an OC fest. Because you had all of these DLCs coming out, giving us these great characters, and then we would get moves from these characters. But then, they just quit asking for moves. As YouTubers, as, people in the chat, they never said, I want this move from my character. They always said, I want this character. They never said what moves, just, I want this character. And it changed the whole layout of the game out to make it where it was no longer about CACs, and it was kind of a mixed up hodgepodge mess of a little bit of original characters and a little bit of CACs. Like I said, it's not bad. It definitely has its flaws, and it still is the greatest selling Dragon Ball game or game franchise of all time. It hits both them qualities. And no, we do not count phone games, because no. Now, about the excess. When they... All right, what do I mean by about the excess? The excess of, like, time. All right, you had, how long did we have before we finally got a Tenkaichi 4? A month ago, when Tenkaichi 4 was announced, revealed, everybody that has ever played a Tenkaichi game, most of the YouTubers that watched and seen the stream when they reacted to it, they lost their metaphorical shit. Part of the reason they did that was because everybody, including the people that were, that don't like Xenoverse, the most that anybody thought that we was going to get out of either a Tenkaichi, a Budokai, or a Raging Blast game would be a remastered collection series. That's the most that we would ever even hope for. Not much less to expect a sequel from any of them games, because they're so old at this point. Regardless of what we say as content creators, you do have a company that's got to make money. So when you're looking at, oh, well, should I do this? Should we make this game? Should we make this game? They look at numbers and everything, and the route that Xenoverse took is a similar route to what they were doing back in the day, but it was just done better. It was just done way better. So a lot of us just kind of counted out the fact that, yeah, they could definitely just turn right, 100 rights in this sentence. They could turn right around and give us a sequel to a Tenkaichi game. It makes sense. They could have done it with Raging Blast as well. But this is not going to be Tenkaichi 4, 100%. But the point is I was trying to make is nobody expected this. So it's safe to say that we can expect them to have a Xenoverse 3. That's expected. But I said earlier in the video that this was probably the best thing that they could have done for Xenoverse 3. Now, why do I say that? Because when I wanted to, because I was also asked, would you want the next game to be Xenoverse 3? I said no. I said if it was going to be Xenoverse 3, I would rather have a game in between it. Now, why would you want a game in between it? Why not just get Xenoverse 3 now? Simply because I wanted Xenoverse 3 on the new console, on the new gen console. We knew they were coming at that point. We knew it was just a matter of time before they came out, and we were real close to it. It was before the PS5 was announced. And then I said, I wouldn't mind a new original character fighting game that's 3D, because then, like I said in the past before, that the devs wouldn't have to do anything but worry about original character stuff from the show. They would be able to pick and choose what they wanted, give us votes and stuff, and they wouldn't have to go so hard with the CACs, which is a lot of extra work. But still, point is, I felt like that was an easier route for them, and I felt like that would do the game better. Because if they did come out with something like that, which is what exactly happened, I didn't know that was going to happen, but what that means now is they can work out the kinks to this 3D fighting game on the new gen console. So when Xenoverse 3 comes out, they'll already have an idea of how to work it, how it's going to act, because it's not going to be like Xenoverse 3, but it's also not going to be like Tenkaichi 3. Tenkaichi, the new game, is not going to be like Xenoverse 2, and it's not going to be like the Tenkaichi games. This is going to be a totally different game, and this may be a sequel to it's a sequel in the series from what they said, or with the way it read, but that doesn't mean it's going to be Tenkaichi 4. It could be Dragon Ball Super Tenkaichi, and it just starts over. Now, I will also say this, that because of that, we're going to be able to play this game for at least a year, I would imagine. At least, before they come out with anything for Xenoverse 3. So depending on how good this goes, means how much later we will have to wait till Xenoverse 3 comes out. But I'm cool with that, because I think we have plenty of time for them to make the new-gen consoles better than they are already. Because think about how long it took them to make these consoles. Used to be, we would get a new console every 3 to 5 years. Now we're not getting one. We're getting one new console every decade. This time, it may be a decade and a half. It may be 2 decades before we get another console. We got at least 10 years with the new system. I don't know why I'm pointing like I have a new system, but I'm going to pretend like I got one and it's right here, okay? But that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you hadn't. Thank y'all for being a part of the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank y'all for watching. Like, damn, I can't even talk right now. It's early in the morning. See y'all next time.
Where you and I belong. Dry up your tears, all of your fears will fall from the sky, ready to die. We won't be here too long. Right back at it again, another dead man walking with nothing to lose. No one can control you, so don't you back down. It's your choice, so what do you choose?